So, let's talk about Africa. And honestly, I know what some of you might be thinking. You hear Africa and you picture lions, maybe a safari jeep, probably a beautiful sunset. And yes, we have all of that, it's fantastic. But Africa is also the birthplace of humanity itself. We started it all, people. This isn't just a continent of history, it's a continent of now. A place of constant motion, innovation, and unstoppable energy. It's where the story of all of us began, and trust me, the new chapters being written right now are absolutely mind-blowing. And a huge part of that story is its cities. These aren't new pop-up towns. Some of these urban centers have histories that stretch back millennia. They've seen empires rise and fall, trade routes shift from camels to cargo ships, and colonial lines drawn and redrawn. They are living, breathing organisms that have evolved over centuries. They are constantly changing, adapting, and growing, shaped by the very land they're built on, the echoes of their past, and the relentless hum of modern life. What makes them grow? Well, it's the classic story, but with a uniquely African twist. It's about geography, a strategic river, a natural harbor, a fertile valley. It's about history, ancient crossroads, colonial administrative centers, or symbols of independence. And of course, it's about opportunity. People flock to these cities from all over, chasing dreams, seeking jobs, and adding their own unique thread to the vibrant, chaotic, and utterly beautiful tapestry of urban Africa. So buckle up, because we're about to take a tour of the continent's biggest, boldest, and most dynamic urban giants. All right, let's kick things off with the undisputed heavyweight champion of African cities, Lagos, Nigeria. If you've ever thought your city was crowded, you need to visit Lagos. It's like a city that drank 20 million espressos and decided to start 1,000 businesses at the same time. Officially, it's not even the capital anymore, that's Abuja. But don't tell Lagos that. It still acts like the center of the universe. And honestly, in many ways, it is. The energy here is electric, a constant thrum of activity that hits you the moment you arrive. They call it Echo, and it's Nigeria's economic heart, pumping lifeblood through the entire nation and much of West Africa. Everything happens here. We're talking Nollywood, the second largest film industry in the world. We're talking a tech scene so vibrant they call it Yabakan Valley. It's a place of immense wealth and grinding hustle, often on the same street. You'll see gleaming skyscrapers next to sprawling markets where you can buy literally anything. It's a city of beautiful, beautiful contradictions. The growth is just staggering. People are pouring into Lagos from all over Nigeria and beyond, chasing the promise of a better life. This puts a massive strain on infrastructure. The traffic, or go-slow as they call it, is legendary. It's not just a traffic jam, it's a lifestyle. It's a place where you can buy groceries, have a business meeting, and contemplate all your life choices without ever leaving your car. It's a challenge, for sure, but it's also a testament to the city's magnetic pull. And let's not forget the port. The Port of Lagos is one of the busiest in Africa, a critical gateway for trade connecting Nigeria to the rest of the world. Goods flow in and out, creating jobs and driving the economy. It's this constant movement of people, goods, and ideas that defines the city. It's a place where fortunes are made and dreams are pursued with a relentless, infectious optimism that you can't find anywhere else. So, Lagos is more than just a massive city. It's a force of nature. It's noisy, it's chaotic, it's sometimes overwhelming, but it's also incredibly creative, resilient, and alive. It represents the raw, untamable energy of modern Africa, a megacity that is shaping the future of the continent on its own terms, one traffic jam at a time. It's a city that demands your attention, and once it has it, never lets go. From the frenetic pace of Lagos, we travel down to the heart of the continent, to Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo. This is a city with a rhythm all its own, set on the banks of the mighty Congo River. It's so close to another capital, Brazzaville, you can literally see it across the water. It's like having your neighbor be the president of another country. Imagine borrowing a cup of sugar and causing an international incident. Kinshasa is a city of incredible contrasts. You have the Cité, the old planned city with its colonial-era buildings and government offices, trying to maintain a semblance of order. And then you have the sprawling, vibrant, and often chaotic neighborhoods that stretch for miles where the majority of Kinshasa's millions live. This is where the real pulse of the city is found, a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of its people. The economy here is a fascinating beast. A huge portion of it is informal. This isn't your typical 9-to-5 world. It's a city of entrepreneurs, street vendors, artisans, and hustlers making a living day by day. From the sapeurs, who turn fashion into a flamboyant art form, to the street-side mechanics who can fix anything with a piece of wire and a prayer, Kinshasa runs on creativity and grit. It's a system born out of necessity, but it has a life and energy that is truly unique. And you cannot talk about Kinshasa without talking about the music. This is the spiritual home of Congolese rumba, a sound that has made people dance all across Africa for decades. The music spills out of bars, homes, and taxis, providing the soundtrack to daily life. It's a source of pride, an expression of joy and sorrow, and a unifying force in a city that has faced more than its fair share of challenges. The beat of Kinshasa is relentless and infectious. Kinshasa is a megacity facing immense challenges: poverty, infrastructure, political instability, but it's also a place of defiant joy and incredible spirit. It's a city that dances in the face of adversity. Its people, the Kinois, have a saying, Kinshasa mbokate ezali atat d'esprit. Kinshasa is not a city, it's a state of mind. And that state of mind is one of survival, celebration, and an unbreakable will to live life to the fullest right on the edge of that powerful, majestic river. Now we journey north to the banks of the Nile to a city that needs no introduction but deserves one anyway: Cairo, Egypt. This isn't just a city, it's a living museum, a place where you can be stuck in traffic and stare out your window at something that was built 4,000 years before cars were even a dream. The scale of history here is just on another level. Cairo, or Al-Qahira, the victorious, has been the region's beating heart for over 1,000 years. As the largest urban agglomeration on the continent, Cairo is a sprawling, magnificent beast. It's where the ancient world crashes head-on into the 21st century. You can wander through the labyrinthine alleys of Khan el-Khalili, a market that has been buzzing for centuries, and then a few minutes later be in a sleek modern shopping mall. You can see the pyramids of Giza, the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, from a Pizza Hut. It's that kind of place. The juxtaposition is jarring, hilarious, and completely Cairene. The Nile River is the city's lifeline, just as it has been for all of Egyptian civilization. It snakes through the dense urban landscape, a ribbon of life in the desert. The city grew up around it, and its pulse is still tied to the river's flow. People take evening strolls along the Corniche, ride feluccas, those traditional sailboats, and rely on it for everything. The river has shaped Cairo's geography, its economy, and its soul for millennia, a constant presence in a city of constant change. Beyond the pharaonic history, Cairo is a powerhouse of modern commerce, culture, and education in the Arab world. It's home to prestigious universities, a thriving film and television industry, and is the political and economic engine of Egypt. It's a city of a million stories, where every street corner has a tale to tell, from medieval sultans to modern-day revolutionaries who gathered in Tahrir Square. It's a city that has seen it all and is still writing its next chapter. Living in Cairo is an assault on the senses, in the best way possible. The call to prayer echoing from 1,000 minarets, the smell of street food like kosheri and ful, the constant symphony of car horns, it's an immersive experience. It's a city that can feel chaotic and overwhelming, but it's also filled with warmth, humor, and an incredible sense of community. Cairo isn't just a place you visit, it's a place you feel with every part of your being. Let's head back to Nigeria, but this time we're going north, far from the coastal hustle of Lagos, to the ancient city of Kano. If Lagos is the brash modern face of Nigeria, Kano is its ancient wise soul. This city has been a major player for over 1,000 years. Long before ships were crossing the Atlantic, Kano was a vital hub on the trans-Saharan trade route. Imagine caravans of camels, stretching for miles across the desert, all heading for this legendary city. Kano was, and still is, a center of trade and industry. It's famous for its dye pits, which have been producing beautiful indigo-colored textiles for centuries, using the same traditional methods. You can still see them today, a living link to the city's artisanal past. It was also known for its leatherwork, metalwork, and agriculture. The city's wealth wasn't just built on passing trade. It was built on making things, a tradition of craftsmanship that continues to this day in its bustling markets. The heart of the old city is surrounded by ancient walls, a reminder of its historical importance and the need for defense in a bygone era. Inside these walls, you find a maze of narrow streets, traditional mud brick houses, and the Emir's Palace, the center of traditional authority. It feels like stepping back in time, a world away from the modern sprawl that now surrounds this historic core. Kano represents the deep Islamic and Hausa culture of northern Nigeria. Agriculture is the backbone of Kano's regional economy. The lands around the city are fertile, producing groundnuts, cotton, and grains. This agricultural wealth feeds the city's markets and its processing industries. The Kurmi market, one of the oldest in West Africa, is a dizzying, sprawling testament to this. It's a sensory overload of sights, sounds, and smells, where you can find everything from spices and grains to textiles and electronics. Today, Kano is a sprawling metropolis, Nigeria's second-largest city by some counts, grappling with the challenges of rapid urbanization. It's a blend of the ancient and the modern, where centuries-old traditions exist alongside the pressures of a growing population and a changing economy. It's a city that reminds us that Africa's urban story is not just about coastal megacities, but also about these ancient inland empires that have shaped the continent's history for centuries. From the dusty plains of the Sahara, let's travel to the cool breezes of the coast. We're back in Egypt, but this time we're in Alexandria. If Cairo is the grand, ancient pharaoh, Alexandria is the sophisticated, worldly philosopher queen gazing out at the sea. Founded by Alexander the Great himself, this city was once the intellectual capital of the world, home to the legendary Great Library and the Lighthouse of Alexandria, another wonder of the ancient world. The vibe here is completely different from Cairo. It's a Mediterranean city through and through. You can feel it in the architecture, a mix of grand European-style boulevards and traditional Egyptian buildings. You can taste it in the seafood, fresh from the Mediterranean, and you can feel it in the sea breeze that sweeps along the Corniche, the city's magnificent waterfront promenade. It has a more laid-back, cosmopolitan feel, a legacy of its history as a crossroads of cultures. While its ancient library may be gone, Alexandria is still a major economic and industrial hub for Egypt. Its port is the country's largest, handling the majority of its foreign trade. It's a city of industry, with oil refineries, manufacturing plants, and a bustling commercial sector. It's a working city, not just a historical relic, and that economic engine is what drives its modern growth and keeps it at the forefront of Egypt's economy. Of course, you can't escape the history. The city is an archaeologist's dream, with Roman amphitheaters, ancient catacombs, and underwater ruins being discovered all the time. The modern Bibliotheca Alexandrina is a stunning architectural marvel, a tribute to the city's ancient legacy of learning and knowledge. It's a place that honors its incredible past while looking firmly toward the future, a symbol of the city's enduring intellectual spirit. For Egyptians and tourists alike, Alexandria is a beloved getaway. It's a place to escape the summer heat of Cairo, to walk along the beach, and to soak in the unique, romantic atmosphere. It's a city that has seen empires come and go, has been a beacon of knowledge for the world, and has reinvented itself time and again. Alexandria stands as a testament to the enduring power of ideas and the timeless allure of the Mediterranean Sea. Now, let's jet down to West Africa's Gulf of Guinea, to a city that glitters with ambition, Abidjan, the economic capital of Ivory Coast. While the official political capital is Yamoussoukro, Abidjan is where everything happens. It's often called the Paris of West Africa or the Manhattan of the tropics, and when you see its impressive skyline rising above the Ibri Lagoon, you start to understand why. It has a vibe, a certain that feels both distinctly African and globally connected. Abidjan is a city built on water, a network of peninsulas and islands connected by bridges. This unique geography gives it a stunning visual appeal. The central business district, Le Plateau, is packed with skyscrapers, banks, and government buildings, projecting an image of power and modernity. This is the hub for business not just in Ivory Coast, but for much of French-speaking West Africa. If you want to make a deal in the region, you probably come here. The city is a magnet for people from all over Ivory Coast and neighboring countries, creating a vibrant, cosmopolitan mix. This diversity is reflected in its culture, its food, and its music. You can find high-end French restaurants, bustling local markets selling atieke, and nightclubs pumping with the latest coupe de calle beats. It's a city that knows how to work hard and play hard. Like many major African cities, Abidjan has its contrasts. The gleaming towers of Le Plateau are a world away from the sprawling, densely populated neighborhoods like Abobo or Yopougon. These areas are the city's lifeblood, home to millions of ordinary Ivorians, each with their own story of struggle and aspiration. Managing this rapid and often unplanned urban growth is one of the city's biggest challenges. But Abidjan is a city of resilience. After a period of political instability, it has bounced back with incredible energy, reclaiming its status as a regional economic leader. New infrastructure projects, a booming construction sector, and a renewed sense of optimism are palpable. Abidjan is a symbol of West African dynamism, a city that is confident, stylish, and unapologetically ambitious, with its eyes fixed on a bright future. Let's return to Nigeria for a third time, which just shows you the sheer scale of this country's population. But this time, we're not going to the coast or the far north. We're going to Ibadan, Nigeria's third most populous city. From the air, Ibadan is famous for its sea of brown, rust-colored roofs stretching as far as the eye can see. It's one of the most distinctive urban landscapes in Africa, a sprawling, ancient city nestled among 7 hills. Ibadan is not as chaotic as Lagos or as ancient as Kano, but it holds a unique place in Nigerian history and culture. It rose to prominence in the 19th century as a war camp, a city of warriors. This history gave it a reputation for being large and powerful, but also more traditionally Yoruba in its layout and culture, compared to the more cosmopolitan Lagos. It's often described as the largest indigenous city in Africa, south of the Sahara. While it has a historical reputation, Ibadan's modern identity is strongly tied to education. It's home to the University of Ibadan, Nigeria's first university. This institution has made the city a major intellectual center for the country. It's a city of firsts. It had the first television station in Africa and the first skyscraper in tropical Africa, Cocoa House. This legacy as a hub for learning and innovation continues to shape its character. Economically, Ibadan is a crucial hub for the surrounding agricultural region. It's a major center for trade in cocoa, cassava, and other crops. Its markets are massive, connecting farmers from the countryside with buyers from across Nigeria. This role as a commercial and transit point between the rural heartland and the coastal ports is fundamental to its economy. It's less about international finance and more about the real tangible economy of food and goods. Today, Ibadan is a sprawling mix of old and new. You can find the traditional compounds with their brown roofs just a short drive from modern shopping malls and residential estates. It's a city that feels more relaxed, more spacious, and perhaps a bit more traditional than Lagos, but it's experiencing its own rapid growth and modernization. Ibadan is the quiet giant of Nigeria, a city of deep roots, intellectual prowess, and the endless expanse of those iconic brown roofs. All right, let's travel all the way to the southern tip of the continent, to a city so beautiful it's almost unfair, Cape Town, South Africa. This is my old stomping ground, so I know it well. They call it the Mother City, and it sits in one of the most spectacular natural settings on Earth, watched over by the magnificent, flat-topped Table Mountain. It's a city where you can be hiking in pristine wilderness in the morning and sipping world-class wine in the afternoon. Cape Town is South Africa's legislative capital, meaning Parliament sits here. It's a city with a complex and often painful history, being the first European settlement in South Africa. The legacy of colonialism and apartheid is deeply etched into its geography, with the stark contrast between the affluent suburbs and the sprawling Cape Flats townships. You can't understand Cape Town without understanding this history, and places like Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela was imprisoned, are powerful, essential reminders. But Cape Town is also one of the most cosmopolitan and multicultural cities in Africa. It has a unique Cape-colored culture with its own dialect and cuisine, a rich Malay heritage, and a growing population of people from across Africa and the world. This mix creates a vibrant cultural scene, with world-class restaurants, art galleries, and music festivals. It's a creative hub, attracting artists, designers, and tech entrepreneurs. The natural beauty is, without a doubt, the main event. Table Mountain is the star, but you also have the stunning coastlines of the Atlantic and Indian Oceans, beautiful beaches like Camps Bay and Clifton, and the dramatic cliffs of Cape Point. It's an outdoor lover's paradise. Hiking, surfing, shark cage diving. If it involves adventure and a stunning backdrop, you can probably do it here. This makes it a massive tourist destination, a key driver of its economy. As a major port and economic center for the Western Cape Province, Cape Town is a city of opportunity. It has a booming tech sector, a world-renowned wine industry right on its doorstep, and a thriving film industry that uses its diverse landscapes as a stand-in for locations all over the world. Cape Town is a city of breathtaking beauty and deep contradictions, a place that grapples with its past while embracing a vibrant, multicultural future at the stunning southern edge of Africa. From the southern tip, we fly all the way up to the northwest coast, to Morocco's Atlantic shore. We're in Casablanca. And no, it's not all black and white, and you probably won't find Humphrey Bogart at Rick's Cafe, though there is a replica you can visit. The real Casablanca, or Dar el Beida, which means White House, is Morocco's largest city, its economic engine, and a bustling modern metropolis that looks as much to Europe as it does to Africa. Casablanca is the undisputed economic and financial capital of Morocco. While Rabat is the political capital, Casablanca is where the money is made. It has the country's main port, a massive industrial sector, and is home to the headquarters of Morocco's biggest companies and international corporations. The city has a fast-paced, business-oriented vibe that feels different from the more traditional, tourist-focused cities like Marrakesh or Fez. The architecture tells the story of its rapid growth. You'll find beautiful Mauresque and Art Deco buildings from the French colonial era, standing alongside gleaming modern skyscrapers. The city is expanding at a dizzying pace, with new tram lines, business districts, and residential areas constantly under construction. It's a city that is very much in motion, a key link between Africa and Europe, both geographically and economically. But it's not all business suits and concrete. The heart of the city is the Old Medina, a traditional walled city, though much smaller than those in Fez or Marrakesh. The real showstopper is the Hassan II Mosque. It's one of the largest mosques in the world, an absolutely breathtaking architectural masterpiece built right on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean. Its minaret is the second tallest in the world, and part of its floor is made of glass so worshippers can pray directly over the sea. It's a symbol of modern Morocco's pride and ambition. Casablanca is a city that represents modern Morocco's dynamic energy. It's a place of commerce, industry, and forward momentum. It may not have the ancient, exotic charm of other Moroccan cities, but it offers something else. A glimpse into the future of urban North Africa. It's a hard-working, cosmopolitan port city that is confidently building its place on the global stage, one shipping container and one skyscraper at a time. For our final stop, we're returning to South Africa, but this time to its east coast, on the warm Indian Ocean. Welcome to Durban, or as the locals call it, Durbs. If Cape Town is the cool, sophisticated supermodel, Durban is its fun, laid-back cousin who shows up to the party in board shorts and is always ready for a good time. It's a city known for its warm weather, warm water, and even warmer people. Durban is home to the busiest port in sub-Saharan Africa. This port is the economic heart of the city and a critical gateway for South Africa and its landlocked neighbors. The constant flow of ships and cargo gives the city an industrial, hard-working backbone. But alongside this, Durban has masterfully reinvented itself as a major tourist destination, a place where industry and leisure coexist along its sunny shores. The city's Golden Mile is a famous stretch of beachfront, redeveloped and revitalized, bustling with hotels, restaurants, and attractions. The warm waters of the Indian Ocean make it a surfing hotspot year-round. The vibe is relaxed and family-friendly. The city invested heavily in projects like the Moses Mabhida Stadium, with its iconic arch and sky car, turning it into a world-class destination for sports and events. What truly defines Durban, however, is its incredible cultural diversity. It has the largest concentration of people of Indian descent outside of India itself. This has profoundly shaped the city's character, especially its food. You cannot go to Durban and not eat a bunny chow, a hollowed-out loaf of bread filled with curry. It's a culinary icon and a delicious symbol of the city's rich cultural fusion. This blend of Zulu, Indian, and European heritage makes Durban a unique corner of the Rainbow Nation. Durban is a city that perfectly balances work and play. It's a gritty, industrial port city that also happens to be a vibrant subtropical holiday paradise. It's a melting pot of cultures that creates a unique and flavorful identity. It represents the relaxed, resilient, and diverse spirit of South Africa's Indian Ocean coast, a city that knows how to get the job done, but also knows how to kick back and enjoy the sunshine. So there you have it. From the non-stop hustle of Lagos to the stunning beauty of Cape Town, From the ancient history of Cairo to the modern ambition of Casablanca. What a journey! These 10 cities are just a snapshot, but they show that the story of urban Africa is not one single narrative. It's a collection of a billion different stories, each city with its own rhythm, its own challenges, and its own unique, undeniable soul. They are as diverse, dynamic, and complex as the continent itself. What connects them all is this incredible blend of history, opportunity, and local flavor. These are places where ancient traditions live on in the shadows of modern skyscrapers, where global commerce meets the local market stall, and where people from every walk of life come together to create something new. They are crucibles of culture, engines of economic growth, and beacons of hope for millions of people chasing a better future. The next time you think of Africa, I hope you'll picture these cities too. Picture the traffic, the music, the art, the food, the innovation, and the unstoppable energy. Because this is where the future of the continent, and in many ways the future of the world, is being built, one bustling, vibrant, and extraordinary city at a time. Africa is not just rising, its cities are already soaring. Thanks for watching.